You're going to train your mind not only to be positive, but to be productive.
Why do they also want to do those things? They just want to be happy. And I think a deep happiness is peace.
One thing we're always going to get.
Y'all twins.
Y'all twins. Welcome to the Y'all Twins podcast.
Yo.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? We are back. We're back.
Back with another episode. This is episode 3.
Yeah, that's it.
That's crazy, dog.
What's the title, Astarté?
Why finding peace is important for you.
That's it.
Okay,
That's what we're going to talk about today. Yeah, because, us youngins, just in college, having peace has been a very important thing.
And it's a very difficult thing to find, especially in college.
It's like working out, in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can get it, but you have to kind of keep working for it.
You have to train to get it. And then if you quit training your mind, you're just going to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
All that growth, you can lose it in a day. Shoot.
Boom, gone.
Right.
Yeah, it was gone.
It's definitely something, it's a progress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
Definitely worth it.
Definitely worth it, but peace. So, so why peace is important for you? That's what we're talking about today. We got 3 points on why we believe it is important to you. We're also going to talk about what exactly peace is to us, because some people have different understandings, right? And
different versions of it.
Yeah, so you should hop in with it, boy?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is why we think it is important to talk about peace. Yeah, so Sunday, why do you think it's important to talk about the peace?
Me personally, and I know anyone can relate to this, when you're not at peace, that means something's going on in your mind, with your psyche, your mentality. Whether that be anxiety, depression, just sadness in general. Yeah. So I definitely feel like finding peace is important because you're not going to get anything done. You're not going to progress in anything. It doesn't have to be work. It doesn't have to be getting money. It doesn't have to be school. But you're not going to progress mentally at all if you don't find even just a little bit of that peace.
Yeah.
What about you? Why do you find that it's important to talk about peace?
Great question. So I think it is important because, at least, I guess it depends on what you want to do for your life, or what you think the goal of life is. But one thing that I've seen from myself and what I think would benefit a lot of people is at the end of the day, just be happy, genuinely happy and peaceful, right? So I know that there's a big analogy of people that or a lot of situations where people don't have much, those are the happiest people. Or people that are in different countries where they don't have all of these cars and phones and all this stuff going on. They're the most happy, they live the longest, they feel the most fulfilled. And so I believe a big part of that is they're just at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just make
There's definitely, which people don't understand, there is a distinctive difference between happiness and peace.
Yeah.
Happiness can come and go just like that.
Yeah.
Nothing has to trigger happiness. Of course it does all the time.
Yeah.
But you can just wake up one day, be like, today's a good day. I feel happy. And then the next day, without anything bad going on, you can wake up in this gloom. Happiness is a feeling it's a feeling.
Yeah.
That comes and goes. So it's almost impossible to be happy all of the time, 24/7. Finding peace, that's a value that you can fulfill.
Yeah.
You can, even though something happens and you feel anxious or sad, at least you still have that peace. That's something that you can keep.
Yeah.
Of course, you can be at peace when you're happy, but you can also be at peace when you're sad.
You can.
So that's definitely the difference. Happiness, sadness, anxiety, those are all feelings that we have, but peace is something that you can really grow on and keep. You can be in any type of situation and be at peace. Of course, it's going to be hard,
You gotta work on that, boy.
Right.
Yeah.
But, the level 4 hurricane that just happened. I bet there's a lot of sad people right now. A lot of people that aren't at peace. But if you are at peace, you can sit back and say, okay, yeah, we just went through a hurricane. But it's okay. It's okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's
say it's dangerous, but just give it me some peace before. Just
right.
You do.
Right.
Yeah. I believe that so at the end of the day, or so many people, they want to get rich, right? Have all this money. And I was listening to this one podcast, and it was a really great point. I forgot the podcast, but when people are looking to get rich, why do they want to get rich? Most of the time is to be able to, afford like a house, a car, to have fun, to be able to provide for like their family, build their mom a house. But really, why do they also want to do those things? They just want to be happy. And I think deep happiness is peace. So at the end of the day, everybody wants to just be in peace. Just want to have, happiness, be very content with life.
Yeah.
And money, obviously,
money don't buy happiness.
It don't buy it, but
it don't buy happiness. But hey,
help you get there, or help eliminate things that take away.
One thing I've always said. This world's a crazy world. If I'm gonna be sad, I'd rather be sad rich. Than sad in the streets.
That's it. Sad in the streets. That's facts. So.
But we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on finding peace.
Focusing on the peace.
Do you know who I think is the best example of that?
Who?
J. Cole. My man, Jermaine. Oh my gosh. Jermaine.
Okay.
In his music, he speaks on it all the time. He's not making money to be rich. And he never focuses on money. One time he had a concert, I think it was in Dallas, and the tickets were $5.
That's awesome.
Like, he doesn't focus on the money.
Yeah.
Of course, he has it. He's a baller, but he focuses on finding peace. Of course, he provides, and that's the main goal for him, like, to get money, is to provide for his family. They're well taken care of. But why do you think he retired at such a young age from rapping? He has enough. Everyone's provided for. What's the point of getting more? Hustlers, they get money to fulfill this feeling inside of them. They want to be rich, this, and that. Jermaine, he already got that fulfilled. He doesn't need the money to be happy, He got his family. And he's good.
Good, yeah.
He's good. He really speaks on that of finding peace. Maybe not in those direct words, but, like, you can just tell, he doesn't need that. What's that word called? That initial feeling of getting a paycheck to be happy. He already got it.
He's already got it.
He already got it.
That hustle mentality, it can be dangerous. There was a CEO that was talking on the CEO cast, and he was saying the reason that I'm so successful and a lot of other millionaires are successful is because like they always have a feeling of not being good enough. Yeah, and so, but like once they have money, they're like, no, I need more. I gotta be the best, and they keep going and keep going. And so that hustle mentality, there is a danger to it.
Right.
If you take it too far.
Right. I feel like, I don't know. I've always wanted to be rich. But especially with my age, I've started thinking realistically.
Yeah.
I just want to be financially free.
That's it.
I want financial freedom. Like, of course, I want a luxury car. And I do want a luxury, home.
Yeah.
And I want my kids to be taken care of in the future. But once all that is done, and of course I want to be financially free. I don't want to have to stress about anything. But I really don't have a desire to be like rich and famous, Michelle and Barack out here. Like, I really don't have that desire anymore. Of course, as a kid, that's what you want.
Yeah. This I think that's about the same thing. And because with all that extra money comes with extra stress.
Right.
And I know I might get this wrong, but there's more than just a few types of freedom. So there's like financial freedom, where you can like buy whatever you want, whatever. There's time freedom, which is a big one, because you can have all the money. I know that there's a lot of professions out there, like doctors, welders. They got the money, but they work all the time, know? And so they don't have time freedom. Yeah, so they don't have the time freedom. So there's financial freedom, time freedom, and then location freedom, to where you can just go like wherever you want without being tied down to stuff. So, yeah, that's a few of the freedoms I'm chasing after. Yeah. Because I know, once I get the money,
time freedom, that's a big thing.
Just like, and go and do what you want to do, when you need to do it. So, yeah, that's it. So, so importance of peace. We got it. So the next point is what we plan to talk about in the podcast. Okay. So the 3 points that we plan to talk about is, what do we mean by peace? the importance of peace today,
Mm-hmm.
and then the importance of peace for your future, or like the long term importance of peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that first point? I'm sorry.
It is, what do we mean by peace?
Okay.
So shall we let the Google definition?
Yes, pull that up.
Let's pull it.
Here, I already have it pulled up. I got
okay. Hey, you quick with it.
I'm quick with it. Peace.
Yes.
Freedom from disturbance. Tranquility.
Okay. Yeah.
So freedom from disturbance, period.
So yeah. Okay. That makes sense. How would you define the peace?
Okay. Peace. I feel like it looks different for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are good at balancing things better than other people. So even with a busy schedule, some person might be in peace. Me personally, a busy schedule stresses me out. And I'm trying to train myself to balance it, because being a college student, you're going to have a busy schedule. And that's why I say it's very hard as a college student to find that peace when you have school, work, you have to be social, hit the gym. It's difficult.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. Some people are great at that.
It feels like there's not enough time in the day.
Right.
Sometimes.
And for me, especially, when I went through a big journey of finding peace. And the way I was able to find that peace was I completely cut myself off from society, pretty much.
Yeah.
And in my free time, I focused on myself. I journaled this and that. So what peace looks like for me is, I guess, free of disturbance, like that said. Nothing can disturb me. Unbothered.
Unbothered. Okay.
Unbothered.
It's like that.
Yeah. What would it look like for you?
For me, I'm going to give you guys like a visual. So for me, what peace looks like is a fushigi ball. You know the fushigi balls?
Yes.
Some old, the scam little things.
How is it a scam?
Well, because on the commercials, it didn't look like it was moving at all. But once you got it up, because we got one.
We did.
And the minute you get like a finger grease stain or something, it
Right.
looks like it's moving. Yeah. But essentially,
we're talking commercial based.
Yeah, commercial based. So the commercial base of the fushigi ball, what it was like, for y'all that don't know it, look it up. But essentially, it was this ball that looked like it wasn't moving. And people, they would like roll it in their hands, they would like roll it on their elbows and up and like flip it around. And the ball just looked like it was just staying still the whole entire time. And so I think that's what peace looks like. So for someone that has peace, they, even though like the world and stuff may be chaotic, like it just bounces off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're just going through it.
Right.
Yeah. Or Kung Fu Panda.
Unbothered.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda is a great one. Kung Fu Panda 2. When he found the inner peace. And
the dumplings? No.
No, I'm talking about the point where he was going after when he was fighting the peacock. And he was like, they were throwing like these fireballs at him that just took out like a whole bunch of his masters that he looked at.
Uh-huh.
And he just like was like, and just like grabbing these things and throwing them back and like blasting all these ships. And that's what Master Ube was trying to teach him the whole time, was inner peace.
It's deep. It can get deep.
Kung Fu Panda is real
that's
deep.
Deep, for real.
Yeah, he is real deep. So I would say, that's peace is like just being at a point of your life where it's like a calm waters, right? Where you're just on the inside, everything's just calm and content.
And nothing can change that.
Yeah.
I feel like once you find that peace, that's when you actually set into that.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of stuff goes on. We live in a very hectic, toxic, crazy world.
Lots of stuff, yeah.
It's hard to have that peace all the time. That's why I say unbothered. Like, even just like within your friend group, something goes on. It's okay. We'll find a solution. It's fine. Don't need to stress about it. But even bigger than that, society in general, it stresses me out sometimes. Like, people are just crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So talking about peace, that's what we think it is. Why do you think it's important for you today? Or for you, why do you think it's important?
Really mentality. I really do think, I touched on that already. I just don't like being anything other than, and not even happy, but at peace. Once you find that peace, going back into a cycle of not having it, it sucks. Like, once you have a taste of that. Because I did. I went on my journey of peace, something happened to where I didn't train it anymore. You know, I just like disregarded it, thinking I was set, thinking once I found it, I'm already good.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm doing.
No. Right. And it sucks. And so then I went back into this anxious state of mind. This is that for months. And I was like, what is going on? Oh, I haven't been training this anymore. And so once you find it, you know, you don't want to lose it.
Right.
Right. What was the question?
The piece for today. Why do you think it's important today?
Right. Okay. So when I was in my peaceful state, which I'm getting back into, I was very productive. I got stuff done.
Okay.
I wasn't worried about what anyone else was doing. I was worried about myself. Of course, there's times we have to be worried about what other people are doing, like for your loved ones and stuff. Yeah. But overall, you know, I was worried about what I was doing. I was productive. Those were the best grades of my life that semester. Yeah. I was making money. Even if I didn't have the money, I was still happy. You know, wasn't stressed out at all. Yeah. And then I got into that cycle of not having that anymore. Yeah. My grades went down. Oh, that second semester was awful. My grades went down. I hated my job. I literally just hated going into work. I was making the same amount, but I just dreaded going into work. Yeah. Do you feel like you didn't have enough also at the same time? Yeah. Yeah. That was when the time they cut my hours.
Yeah, not as like content. Was it as easy to like focus on stuff? Or was it harder to focus on stuff like when you lost your peace?
It was harder.
It was harder to focus. Yeah. So like with peace, it was just kind of like...
I felt like my mind was clear. I didn't have anything to worry about except for what was right in front of me. Okay. You know? Yeah. And then when you have these anxious thoughts, these, you know, this crazy messed up mentality, you have so much going on in your head. It's hard to focus on what needs to be done. Yeah. What you need to focus on because you're thinking about everything else in the world. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And so definitely when I was at peace, stuff got done, and it didn't just get done, it got done well. You know? Okay. And I was happy doing it.
Okay. Yeah, so like I'm trying to think of another analogy. So I talk about the like if you are peaceful, you're it's like a cool pond of water. So it almost sounds like if you're not peaceful, like, you know, like if someone throws a rock in the water.
A big old rock.
Yeah. Yes. Like you can't see what's going on in the water because everything. So like it's hard to focus. Thoughts are everywhere. Yeah.
Just in a negative mind space in general.
The mind space on me.
Because it's easy to get in that mind space. Yeah. Especially when you're around people who also have that negative mind space. And that's why when I isolated myself from everyone, it was very easy to find that peace because it was just me.
Just you.
Me versus me, you know? Yeah. Like, I didn't have to worry about anyone else's energy to, like, worry about. I was focused on what my mind thought, and that only, you know? You know, birds with feathers flock together. If you're around negative people, you're going to start thinking negatively.
Negativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's true. So, yeah, most definitely. What about you? Why do you think it's important short-term wise?
I'm probably pretty much the same thing as what you, like, just in the short term. Yeah, if you're not peaceful... like let's just go with the analogy of like your head's just kind of or whatever.
Right. I just think of like a picture of like a brain and like scribbles.
Yeah. Scribbles. Yeah. And so like it's harder to focus. It's harder to have like more positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed that. And in the short term, how that is effective, like how that affects you is you just don't get stuff you need to get done. And then like you lose the habit of, I don't know, simple things like making your bed or doing the dishes. Like, yeah. Or to do those, it seems like, oh my goodness.
Doing your face care routine at night.
Yeah, because you got so much going on in your mind that like there's so much mind space taken up by other things that it feels like you've been doing something all day when you really haven't. Right. But it feels like it just because like your mind space is like so cluttered.
Today drained me. Then you think, what did I do today? I went to class. That was it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, holy cow. Right. You feel like you've done stuff, so then you don't do the things you usually need to do. Right. And
that was definitely a difference of like being in that peaceful state versus not. My laundry was done.
Yeah.
Skin was clear.
Clear skin?
Bed was made every morning.
Bed was made? Body was worked out.
My planner, everything that I put down in my planner, marked off at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When I wasn't, my laundry sat in my dryer for about 3 to 5 days. Like, come on now, that's excessive.
Yeah.
My acne came back.
It's bad.
I didn't even write in my planner. That's the difference between that. I wouldn't even write down what I need to get done.
Yeah. So this sounds like the long-term effects.
Yeah. That's why I go into that of like being at peace and finding peace. It doesn't matter just for today. It doesn't matter just for this next couple of months. That's going to have effect on your future.
Mm-hmm. It's
major.
Yeah.
Especially, we're in college right now. You're about to graduate. You're about to be out of here. Like, okay.
I'm so excited.
So it's important to train your mind to do those things. Okay, this laundry does need to get folded right now. I do need to wash my face tonight before I go to sleep. Stuff like that. You're going to train your mind not only to be positive, but to be productive. And if you're not going to be productive...
That's a quote. Say that one more time.
Yeah, it's not only about being positive, it's also about being productive.
Get stuff done.
Yes. Yeah. And I just find it very hard to get stuff done. Simple tasks. Simple tasks.
Yeah.
I find it hard to get those done when I'm in that clouded state of mind.
It's true.
So how do you expect someone to start a business? Mm-hmm. Become a manager at their job? Get a PhD.
The relationships. Have the relationships.
Yes. It doesn't even have to be just about money. How are you going to expect to have a healthy, communicative relationship? I don't know if I said that right.
Yeah. Close enough.
Okay. How do you expect that if you can't even fold your laundry before you go to sleep?
Yeah. On me.
If you're waking up 15 minutes before you have to be somewhere.
Then you just stress out the rest of the day. Yeah.
How do you expect to get these big things done if you can't even do the simple things throughout the day?
Yeah. So in long term, just come.
You gotta train yourself.
Yeah. Stinky little hectic mess.
Right.
On a severe case.
Right.
Yeah. Not brushing your teeth. Cavities, like unshaved legs and armpits. If you're into that. Me personally, I do that. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, let me fall back in this chair.
Yeah, but that's one thing is like I've heard of people like, or at least for me, right? I shave my legs and my armpits, so I expect.
Do you shave or trim?
Okay, so I used to shave, but at least from what I've seen, the difference between men's hairs and women's pubic hairs is a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got shrubs, we've got trunks. And a trunk trying to grow back is so much more like itchy and hair and like it hurts and you get more ingrowns, right? Like a little shrub, like you can cut the grass, right? And it goes back easy, nice and soft, whatever. You like try to cut down like a tree and it growing back, like it's pain, it hurts.
That's not how it is though.
Really?
Okay, this just went very off topic. Pubic hair for women, it'd be coarse.
Really? But
hey, this new regimen I found, African black soap. If you got ingrown hairs, not even on your regions, your legs, armpits, African black soap. They gonna take them away.
Wow, that's so. I didn't know
take
that.
them away.
Shout out the motherlands. Shout out to the motherlands, yeah.
Yeah, Africans got the best stuff.
Really? Well, shoot. Okay.
Anyway.
So anyway, stinky, hairy. It depends what you into, but I mean, not getting like the laundry done, having stinky laundry.
Not washing your hair in 3 weeks. 2 weeks is fine.
Yeah, but
3 weeks is 6. And if you do it right, it's fine.
Yeah.
But me personally, I wear a lot of buns with a lot of gel.
Okay.
3 weeks of gel build up. See, that's not okay, Astarté. We need to do better, right?
Yeah, build a castle. But so long term, having or not having peace is bad. But having peace in the long term, you're able to have a clear mind, get the stuff you need to get done, have those good habits. I think
the
it's
most
really good.
successful people, and it's not even about success money wise. It's just your own view of what success is.
Yeah. Pluto. Okay, right.
That was funny. Okay.
Looks like close the store. Let's try to. Hey, Kyle.
That's a sweetheart.
Cool.
People that inspire me with their success.
Yeah.
They have that routine of, waking up at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
They go to the gym. They cook breakfast. A good breakfast, too. And that's important. They get everything they need to do throughout the day. I have a habit of procrastinating throughout the week, getting everything I need to get done on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Mm-hmm. What if I just got it done on Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah, you won't have to worry about it that much.
And that's what I think of peace, And people ask them, how do you maintain this lifestyle, this, and that? And you just have to find a balance.
Yeah.
So today we talked about the importance of peace, what it looks like, how it will affect you now, but also in the future.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about how you actually find that peace.
Yeah, we can get into that now, but like we said, we're trying to keep this under 30 minutes.
Right, and I got some stuff to say about that. Ooh, it's gonna be good. So definitely tune in next week where we will be talking about how to actually find peace. Not just find peace. Anyone can find peace, and anyone could maintain that peace too. But we're also going to talk about how you can maintain that peace.
That's it.
And keep it.
Yeah. So this is gonna be like a short little series, but yeah. So this week, man, I hope that y'all found everything that you need or heard some good stuff. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Please
let us know.
Yeah,
because me and Zion don't know everything. We want to hear y'all's perspectives on some of these things.
Yeah, we really don't, and we know that, which I think is a good thing. But we know we don't know everything. We still growing, and it's a big thing. So, anyways, tune back in next week. How you can find peace, but for the day, man, that's a wrap. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Yes.